I have found 15 of the best new UX UI design tools that will take your designs to the next level. Everything from AI designers that actually work and make your life simple to motion design resources that will help you design these insane interactions and animations without any code. So without further ado, let's just dive right into today's video. This first tool could be the next big Figma alternative. It's called Noon Design. It has raised $44 million and they've been working on this tool for years, and they've finally announced it on all different social media platforms. And what they're promoting and promising is the fact that there will be an AI and design tool working together instead of two separate tools like we have with Figma, Figma Make, or with Cursor and other tools. They're also saying that there should be no compromise between code and canvas. A designer should be able to create code-ready components immediately while they're designing without having to go through the hassle of things like dev mode and 10 other things, which takes a lot of time to learn. From what I understand, all the design elements will be coded elements, like we see with other tools like Banani, etc., where all the design assets are already coded out. There's no need to convert or to go from one page to the other. Right now, they're accepting early access. And again, I'm not associated with them, but I'm super excited for this. I've joined the early access. This could be like the next big thing. In a world where Figma has a monopolistic hold on the market, essentially, where even Adobe has backed off, we need more competitors. And it's a good thing for more competitors to be there so that even Figma can improve. With the $44 million investment, I feel this could be a big thing. This indicates how big that can be. Okay, this next tool I found and I was really impressed by it. It lets you display your designs or your creative work inside these really cool product videos. If you want to showcase your UI designs you created, you can put up a static, boring old screenshot, or you can put it inside something like Awesomepost. And essentially, it's a Mac app which allows you to create these insane interactive zoom in elements and animations that move from one device to the other, one screen to the other. Really cool animated backgrounds and images, bringing different devices in the space. So it could be a phone, it could be a tablet, whatever. This is a company called apps.aod.ua that creates creative software for creatives on the phone, on Macs, on iPads, etc. New things that we can get instant access to, and it's a fun little thing. And it's actually useful as well. Okay, this next tool comes from a wonderful person in our community, Designfolio.me, and this is literally winning awards right now. This is a portfolio maker which is made by a designer for designers. It has a lot of these cool interactive pre-built templates which you can start off from, and boy are these super interactive. It's not a boring old design. These are out-of-the-box designs. There is an AI co-pilot built in, so once you choose a template, it helps you put in your information into the template, change stuff up, tweak the designs, add interactions, etc. You can even embed a lot of cool stuff like cool forms, contact us, calendars, etc. All that can also be put into this. It also has some really helpful tools built into the design platform. There's something called Fix Your Resume. Drag and drop your resume, describe what jobs you are looking for, and it will analyze your resume, tell you how your resume is working, where it's lacking, where you can improve it, things like that. And the design looks so pretty, man. As a designer, this website looks way better than any other resume fixer just because of the design. There's an email generator. So if you're writing cold emails or if you're writing emails to a possible recruiter, how do you do that? Salary negotiation. So this is essentially an all-in-one tool for your design career, and it provides a portfolio builder, which is super interactive and super cool as well. Okay, let's talk about Figma Updates because this last month, I'm very impressed with some of the big updates that they've brought in. Number one is obviously Figma Config. They've announced their yearly Figma event, and this could be the make or break. That is what a lot of designers, a lot of tech folk are saying. If this becomes a big event with big updates, this could change the game, or this could leave Figma behind. Either one of those things. So config, you can sign up for free if you want to watch virtually like I will, or you can get tickets if you're living in California or in the US and you want to actually go and visit this event in person. Go check it out. The speaker lineup is awesome. What they're going to do is pretty awesome. Let's see what they have to offer this year. Talking about Figma updates, the releases this month have been small but very useful, even more useful than AI features. The first one is with Figma Make. You can now add your design systems and assets directly into Figma Make as a separate folder, and then Make will use that design system for your project moving on. So it can import Figma tokens and design libraries and even the code right into Figma Make, and it'll follow that a little more strictly. They've finally added a universal color picker. Now, instead of the color picker only working inside Figma, it literally can go outside Figma. So if you have an image on your desktop and you want to pick up the color from that image, you just use the color dropper. By default, it will just go outside of Figma and pick it from that image. No more having to download a third-party color picker or a Chrome extension or whatever. This will work out of the box, which is a very nice touch. Now Figma has support for multiple agents being able to work inside the Figma canvas. Yes, the Figma canvas is now open to agents. So if you use something like Claude Code, for example, or Codex or AI coding assistant you're using, you can literally just connect it to Figma through its already existing MCP servers, and with access to your project, it can then go ahead inside your project, make changes, see changes, and come back into that coding tool to make those changes inside the code as well. So now your design and code can be synced seamlessly with that AI tool in mind. Figma has also expanded its image tools and its AI capabilities across all its tools. So FigJam, we have Figma Slides, etc. So things like generating images or tweaking images is now possible in all the other tools as well, which is a good thing to have. I wish they had it from day one. They also have on-canvas video playback now. So if you've embedded a video inside your Figma designs, it can play inside Figma. Earlier, it was very weird that you could upload an image, but it doesn't have playback. You can't really play that video inside Figma. Okay, this and a lot of other smaller updates, I will have a link in the description. Okay, this next one is super useful if you want to learn design, or if you want to keep on improving design, you want to learn from experts, etc. It's called Designsphere.xyz, and boy, it has all the really good design podcasts, and it auto updates whenever they kind of put something up. Things like Onyx UX Talk, How I AI, Dive Club, which is one of my favorite, The Future and whatnot, all in one place. And it updates the episodes. So you can literally watch episodes of all different kinds of podcasts in one place rather than having to navigate to each podcast. A really good resource to just bookmark, and you can search for anything. Search for titles, search for subjects, search for anything, and it can search from within those podcasts. I think this is a very useful resource. They have a newsletter, so you can get updated whenever it's updated. It's always cool to see some cool things like this pop up, which are absolutely free, nothing being asked. Okay, yes, we all have to be using AI at some level, and I'm sure we all are. But this website will make it 100 times easier to actually use AI without having to think too much. It's called AI Templates. AItemplates.com, literally. And for every AI tool, agent, etc., it will have different kinds of resources. So if you want different skills for something like Claude Code, you want to add a skill to Claude Code, Code Reviewer or UI Design System Toolkit, Canvas Designer, things like this, these skills that can be added to AI tools to make them even more powerful. All of them are available here. Essentially, you just copy and paste. Hooks, commands, prompts, hundreds of agents even listed out. What kind of agents work for which kind of design task or for which kind of creative task. A lot of plugins for all different kinds of platforms like Claude, and even settings on how you can improve these AI tools. How can you improve these AI tools by changing the settings, which is a cool touch. This is like an all-in-one tool if you're into AI tools. And Cursor finally introduces a design canvas. So just like we have in Figma where we can tweak designs, etc., Cursor will finally let you do that inbuilt. You don't even have to come to Figma with the MCP. And just like any other AI tool, not only does it allow you to quickly tweak text and whatnot, you can add AI commands on top of designs. If you want to change an entire section, just drag and add an AI command and it will change that section instantly. I wish it was a little more design centric. It still has that AI kind of workflow. I wish it had like, oh, you can quickly tweak stuff just like designers do in Figma, but it's not exactly the same, but it gets the job done. Okay, motion design, something I'm super passionate about. This is called motionsites.ai. It literally has all different prompts for all these motion design websites built with AI. So if you ever wondered, oh wow, this website looks beautiful, how was it made with AI? Well, you can literally copy the prompt from right here, a detailed long description of everything that the creator had used in the form of a prompt and instructions, put it right into your favorite AI tool and it will produce something similar to that. Some of these look insane and are premium on this website, but a lot of these are free as well. There'll be a premium tag if it's premium and there'll be a copy button if it's free. A lot of these free ones are even better than the premium ones, if you ask my opinion. But these look so good. They even tell you which tool they're used in. So in case you want to be super specific, you could go in that direction. Notebook LLM. This is a tool that a lot of designers, non-designers use to learn stuff, to take notes, to generate knowledge for themselves for the week without having to research too much. Now they have infographic designs. So now you can use a bunch of different templates, I believe 10, and convert the boring old text-based knowledge or text-based learning or whatever into these digital graphics, these infographics, which look absolutely stunning. I personally, my favorite is this clay style, this toon style kind of infographic, which works super well. You might like their 3D styles, you might like their flat design styles. I wish certain learning tools like this existed when I was in school or college. Unicorn Studio, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. I've mentioned it before, but they literally just launched something called Unicorn Studio Inspiration. This is a new feature, it's a new page dedicated for the most beautiful and amazing designs that you can create inside Unicorn Studio. I mean, look at this hero section. I'm absolutely in love with this. They've created this wave style, this glitch style animation that works super well. It's not over the top. And the best part is you can literally just duplicate these into your project, tweak them further, add more effects onto them. And if you don't know what Unicorn Studio is, you have to check it out. It has the ability to add all these amazing 3D effects, shaders, animations, etc. onto your existing 2D designs. And yes, export to code and export to your favorite no-code tools are available. Remember Chroncile, the AI presentation maker? They literally launched their second version. And boy, this looks stunning. Some of these presentations look way better than what they had initially. With these unique custom graphics and custom infographics, etc. all built in, you can now tweak things like the brand colors and whatnot. If you just upload logo, etc., it can quickly do that for you as well. You can literally convert your data into bar graphs, progress bars, 2x2, tables, etc. instantly. It's not something that you have to fill in. There's real-time collaboration, so works a lot like Figma. There's export to PPT, so you're not limited to this tool. I'll put some examples on screen on what this version 2 is capable of and what designers and even their founders, etc. are building with this, so that you have a better idea of what Chroncile can do. Figma Slides is convenient. This will take it to the next level because it's way more powerful and dedicated to slides. The latest big design trend these days is called shaders. If you don't know what shaders are, these insane graphics, Unicorn Studio, remember all these unique graphics and motion and animations, etc. you can put under shaders, essentially. So there are these divine effects that you can put on your websites. Majority of websites now have some form of a shader in the background. Works very well, it's super lightweight, and it works with code seamlessly. There's this website called shaders.com. You can create your own shaders, design your own shaders on their web-based platform, whether it's for landing pages or app UIs, bentos, whatnot. They have all different kinds of designs. Then when you're happy, it will export this in pure, beautiful code for React Native, for Angular, for all different kinds of frameworks that you probably be using right now. The next one is called Tab Surfer, and it's magnificent. If you are someone who browses the internet, all designers do a lot, this will make your tab surfing way easier. It essentially is kind of like Spotlight on Mac, but for your tabs. So you can search for tabs, you can search for previous stuff, you can save your tabs for later, you can have collections of tabs, and these tabs can be closed. You can close all your tabs and still have these collections and saved tabs available in an instant with this Chrome extension. If you're using Chrome or any other browser that runs on Chromium, things like Brave, etc., this will work seamlessly for you. And you can stop worrying about tabs with this and save RAM in the making because you can close tabs finally. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. I'm not even going to ask you to like this video anymore. I know if you liked it, you will like it. But I will see you every week, same time, same place. Until next time, take care. God bless.